G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mum and Dad Show. This is episode 34. Welcome to the show. My name's Isaac Butterfield. This is Clare Butterfield, my lovely wife, and she is the mum of you dirty people. And little Dixon,
That's
what
right.
an exciting time it is. We recently hit 50,000 downloads. Hooray! Well done, everybody.
How did that happen?
So we're available on iTunes, Spotify, and on YouTube, depending where you're watching this right now. And if you enjoy the show, you can go and get some of our merch right there.
Woo!
There's also mugs. There's also a beautiful baby's bib that doesn't say "me dick stinks." It says "me butt stinks." Hilarious.
Super cute.
Dickie, how you doing, bub?
Good, thank you, darling. It's a day of mourning, though, today.
The day we're recording this, we have lost a great one, and a lot of people will be watching this live on Patreon.
We're
and
all
shout out to the
mixed.
people from Patreon.
Shout out to you guys.
We lost a great Australian today.
Yes. Rip George.
George Pell, ladies and gentlemen.
George Pell is no more. He's touched so many lives.
So many lives. But he was acquitted of touching some lives.
Piece of shit.
And I just want to say shout out to him. He's the reason I got into comedy.
Oh. Have you seen on Facebook, like, the comments people are leaving?
Like what?
On, like, any of the news places that are saying he's dead. The comment section is most people going, good, fuck him.
Yeah.
And then there'll just be one boomer on there being like, oh, he wouldn't have been all bad.
Well, you know what? There was actually one that I thought was quite funny, and I'll read it out to you now. And for the people who listen to this when it comes out, this was last week, but Joe Hockey, who used to be the treasurer back in the fucking, what's his name? What's old mate? The Tony Abbott's
Oh, my hero.
cabinet. Joe Hockey said, "I am immensely saddened to hear the unexpected death of Cardinal George Pell. He was a man of deep faith and great integrity." Fuck off, Joe, you fucking wanker. George Pell was a piece of shit. I don't care if he was acquitted of whatever he was charged with. We're not going to mention those things. But even if he didn't do the things that people charged him with, I guarantee you something was sus
enough.
about that man.
He did enough.
He did enough, and he was a part of the Catholic
him.
Church who hid so many disgusting crimes against children. So fuck George Pell. No RIP. Fuck you, mate. And
Fuck you
Joe
to the
Hockey,
moon.
you fucking ugly little cunt. You can fucking piss
I
off
bet
too.
his victims today are having a barbecue.
Well, so someone said this today on Twitter too. They were like, "Oh, they don't get justice now. He lived his entire life and never
I
saw."
understand that.
I mean, and in saying this, he was acquitted.
Yeah. Look. Don't know.
I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying through my little telescope here,
Doesn't look
things
good.
don't look good.
I don't know.
It's tough.
You see what the victims have said and how it seemed pretty. He did something. He did enough for me to say, "Fuck you, you're a bad person."
And even if he didn't do it, which
He knew someone that did it.
he was definitely involved.
Guilty by association.
He was definitely involved in covering up child abuse in the
Exactly.
Catholic Church.
Fuck him.
And if he wasn't directly, this is all me just doing this to protect myself, but from his ghost to try and, because his ghost might try and fuck me.
We've got
'cause I
Sage,
look-
we're fine.
I look young.
I'll save the
Someone
living
he
room.
knew in the Catholic Church would have done this, and I would say the people around him, so guilt by association, helped protect those people. So let's just say that. But did not seem like a nice person, did not seem like a good person, and fuck him.
I hope him and Epstein are rubbing up against each other.
Oh, mate. So this is what I heard. I actually did a seance this morning when I heard about George Pell dying.
Where'd you do it?
I did it on the roof. Did a quick seance on the roof. And I asked the question. I said, "George, what's the first thing you're going to do there?" And he said, "Me and Epstein, we're gonna get a double-ended dildo, and we're gonna bump uglies. We're gonna bump dirty uglies until
Beautiful.
high noon, and then
Wow.
God's gonna float down on a big cloud and throw
on his
little
Nimbus 2000.
on his Nimbus 2000 and throw minties at him just to fucking cheer him up. What a place to be." So yeah, no. Allegedly, George Pell did some dodgy shit. Allegedly, but well, he was acquitted of it, so he mustn't have done it. They couldn't have got that wrong.
yeah.
So yeah, that's all I've got to say on George Pell.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the day, I think.
Yeah, fuck.
And Rosie went to the vet today, guys. She's all right,
But she's
it was
all right.
a bit traumatizing for
Yeah,
her.
a couple of blood tests, but she'll be quite all right. Now, Dixon, on the topic of dogs, we talk about dogs a lot on this thing.
Sorry.
You've told me something pretty full on, pretty outrageous.
What?
You told me that dogs' feet smell like corn chips.
They do.
This is an unknown fact, and Claire, please tell us all about it.
Well, I like to sniff Littlefoot's foot pads.
Yes, of course you do, because you're a lunatic.
I like to sniff Rosie's too.
Oh,
But Littlefoot, and I don't know, it's because he's a bit younger, they have a certain stank.
righto, George.
Yeah, I know. I like them young. They have a certain stank to them
Yep.
that smells like corn chips.
It really does. If you're at home with your dog right now,
Sniff their foot pads.
sniff their foot pads because they smell like corn chips. We
They
should
do.
get Littlefoot down here.
Salted ones, not Doritos, but just like, the Woolies bag of corn chips? Those ones.
Yeah. Littlefoot!
Littlefoot! Mummy wants to smell your pads.
I want to show Gabe and see if he can smell his feet.
I do
They're
not want to
clean.
smell your dog's feet.
They smell. Do
Why the fuck not?
do you like corn chips or not?
I don't
Do you
mind
like
them.
your job? Smelly feet.
100%.
Feet.
That's so. This is the thing. This is what people don't understand is that dogs'
I
feet
kiss his feet.
are so close to CC's corn chips,
They
Doritos,
are. Not Doritos. No.
not Doritos.
No.
So what type of corn chip are we
A
talking?
plain corn chip.
Okay.
Not a Dorito with all the cheese.
So when you first discovered this, what was the reaction in your mind?
Happiness.
Yes.
I was pretty happy.
Hunger. Oh, you've also gone.
No!
You've gone back. You've gone backwards. Pregnant Dixon has lost the plot
It's
today.
happened again.
We're at the gym. She's training every day. She's on fire
My ribs hurt.
because because her ribs hurts because we're been doing boxing training and I've just been fucking USA.
You'd be in jail.
Claire hasn't heard the sound effects. It
Fuck! Who the fuck was that?
was Donald Trump. We've got heaps of sound effects. We use them for the.
I'm a diva, bro.
That's me.
Do I have one?
Nah, you have to say something. I can soundbite and you'll be on there.
What can mine be?
Putrid. Coming is mad. Coming is mad. That was another one that we
Putridly anxious.
putridly anxious. There you go.
There we go.
We'll soundbite that one. That
Thank
should be a
you.
t-shirt. Should that be a t-shirt? Let us know in the comments section. Yes.
So they do smell like corn chips.
Well,
That
we've-
was my point.
So we've covered some important topics. George Pell, footprints,
Foot
foot
cheese.
cheese, foot chips. Foot
Oh,
chips.
yeah. Henny Penny. That's what we were talking about.
Henny Penny. Yeah, you've decided
I'm back
to
on it, guys.
you've decided to go back to Henny Penny, and Henny Penny is like KFC for poor people, and
It's better.
it's not. And we had KFC the other night, and it is delicious. I was never a
not like Henny
KFC
Penny.
person, but KFC is not bad.
It's getting better.
Better than Macca's.
It's better than Macca's.
Oh.
Easy.
See, the thing is, Macca's we eat a lot on the road,
Ooh.
and we're a bit off it. You know,
Ooh.
you disagree?
Or a double McChicken.
Yeah, with some foot pads.
Yeah.
the people who are watching live want a foot review, to be fair.
A foot review of
do they
Littlefoot.
want us to sniff him live?
Well, I reckon we should get Gabe. We should get Gabe to sniff it.
Oh,
What
God.
we
We call him Pooper.
I'll go grab him.
Yeah.
Someone said they're never eating corn chips again.
Who's getting turned off by this? It's a great thing.
Turned off.
Oliver said taste test, surely.
Oh, well, look, I have licked his feet. I haven't licked them. You know what, though? We did make out this morning.
You and Littlefoot.
We had a good little kiss.
Well, you need some affection when you wake up.
Oh, he's just beautiful. Any other time he comes down here, especially when Daddy's filming, and he hunts around here and sniffs the floor. But the one time we want him, he's upstairs painting his nails.
He hasn't made much progress. I don't know if the people at home can hear him yelling out. Oh, here we go.
Littlefoot!
Right, come here, Dick.
The people want to see you, baby boy.
You put the camera on my spot.
Righto, we're on you.
There's our little boy. Hello.
All right, Gabe. We're going over to Gabe.
What if I try? Let's try this. I've never done this before.
Oh, look.
Here we go.
I'll get a photo of this.
Have a sniff. No. Underneath his feet.
His pads. Big.
That's not far off. That's
Thank
actually
you.
not far off. Fair enough.
Good boy, Littlefoot. Poor baby.
Righto. I'm converted. That does smell like corn
Gabe's
chips.
gonna get a
Thank
dog.
you.
I still don't think I'm ready for a dog.
Doesn't he smell beautiful though?
Isn't that funny?
Oh.
It's corn chips. So, yes, you went back into Henny Penny. You sacrificed months of hard dieting for some chicken chippies. And I feel silly asking for... I'm a grown-ass man asking, can I get some chicken chippies, bro?
Why don't you say chicken chips?
I did. And he goes, you'd like a large chicken chippies, sir? And I was like, yeah.
You get weird about ordering stuff. I don't.
Remember that day you had a meltdown because I refused to go back in and get extra chicken salt? That's why we got sent this large thing of chicken salt. We were leaving and you go, oh, fucking Christ. There's not enough chicken salt on these fucking chips, Butterfield. I'm going to fucking stab you.
I'm going to gut you dog.
and I go, oh, I'm sorry. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Don't hit me. I'm so sorry.
There was no chicken salt on the chicken chips
Says
today.
you.
There fucking wasn't. If there was, I could not find it.
Well, what's this?
It's at home.
That's nearly a kilo of chicken salt.
But it's a prop.
No, I want you to use it. Someone sent it to us.
Who eats chicken salt at home?
Me?
Gee.
Oh, what on?
Just chips.
Schnitzels.
You have schnitzels at home?
What do you do?
What magic.
What do you mean?
What about I got a call from a real estate agent the other day and they go, oh, do you know Gabe? And I went, yeah.
Oh, about a house.
About a house.
What did
and they
you
said,
say?
what's he like? I said, mate.
He's got his issues.
He's got his issues. You know, he's a good young kid. He's trying to keep his head above water.
Trying to get clean.
There's a few issues that keep popping up in his life.
He owes me money.
I did it. Claire answered got on the phone. We're in the car, and she actually had a comment on it as well. She's a bit upset about the thumbnails you make of her. Claire's pissed off because apparently every single thumbnail you make with her in it is grotesque.
I know it's hard at the moment because my head's bloated.
You're not bloated.
But every photo, like, you'll look great in all of it. Shut up.
Maybe Gabe's got a thing for my
but
beautiful
you do.
face.
You look the same in every one. And I think because I'm so facial expression and autistic.
Well, you're always going.
Well, that's what I look for. I'm looking for the expressions.
No. Can you get one where I'm just... I'll do one now for all future thumbnails.
No, you can't have...
Do one now for this thumbnail. Look really surprised. Oh, you want to look... Oh, okay. Right.
Do you want me to, can I do one for this thumbnail?
Yep. On you now. That's good. That'll get the clicks.
That'll get the clicks.
Pregnancy boobs are a thing.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, pregnancy boobs.
Things are happening. That's all I'm going to say. Women.
Are we going to explain what we mean by that? And
No.
what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by it?
I mean that that you could open a dairy farm.
That's not what I meant. It makes me gag.
See, that's a new thumbnail. You just now.
Claire opens a dairy farm. No, it's a beautiful thing because you've got a baby coming into the world.
Actually, we should talk about this.
You've got a baby coming into the world soon and you're producing milk.
Something's happened and it's probably the grossest thing I've ever experienced.
She's producing it by the gallon.
I am not.
I thought
happening.
someone left the window open and the sprinkler was on last night, but Claire was just getting changed. It was like...
You son of a bitch.
And the problem is she's lactose intolerant, so she's now got diarrhea because of herself.
No, but something happened. Everything just changes.
What happened?
Your boobs get bigger, which
Yes.
is always great.
Mine have gotten
They
bigger
get
too, which is weird.
heavy.
They do.
They hurt.
Yeah.
They get hard. And then you get marks on them. And then one day you're in the shower having a dandy old time.
Oh, just showering.
And things happen.
What happened?
Things come out of your boobs now.
Isn't that crazy?
It's revolting.
You know, men can produce milk too.
That's...
Apparently, I was convinced that
I'm sick of this shit.
when you got pregnant, that I was going to have a hysterical pregnancy.
I thought because
I
we're
am
the
a
same
hysterical person.
I thought you'd get the symptoms.
Like, what type of symptoms do you think I'd probably get? You haven't got swollen ankles. You
No.
haven't got stretch marks on your tummy.
No, not yet. Give it time.
You haven't got like what else? What other some pregnant? You felt sick. You had your first spew. Oh no, one spew. 25 weeks into the pregnancy, Claire's first spew. And Gabe, guess where she did it?
Don't!
On the couch?
No, we
In the
have
bed?
we have three toilets in this house.
Now you're just bragging to the people.
You got to flex on it.
Yes.
Make sure you join the Patreon.
We only poo in 2.
We only poo in 2. Ooh. No, we don't. We poo everywhere. We're crazy. And Claire decided to spew in the sink.
It was do or die. I'll set the scene. I sat down, was having my morning coffee.
Yes.
And usually of a morning, little man and I have a yogurt and granola and some fruit if we have fruit in the fridge.
Yes.
This day we didn't. I just had yogurt
There
and
is
granola.
frozen fruit in the freezer.
It's not the same.
No.
So I was having that. All was going fine. I was 3 mouthfuls in. Sat there. Tummy just went weird. And I went, what the fuck? Sweat.
Oh,
and then I got a cramp. And
Did
I
you get
went,
like the feeling in your mouth? Like every?
Yes.
Apparently,
Water
if you
just
spit that
came.
out,
I did.
apparently if you spit that out, you won't spew. That's like an
Bullshit.
old myth.
Bullshit. I spat it out and I spat again. And then...
And I'll do it again,
And
damn
then
it.
I don't know why I went to the sink, actually. I just sort of went there. I could have gone to the bathroom, but I thought
This
it was going to
is-
happen a lot quicker.
This is what I was going to say, is the bathroom and the sink are probably the same distance from
It
the lounge.
felt closer in my...
no,
It was in your line of sight.
It's
mate.
probably
It was.
closer by about 2 metres.
That's all I needed. And then I hurled into the sink and I went,
Hurled,
why?
goddamn And you don't do very well with spewing, do you?
No, I have mild panic attacks when I vomit.
To
True
the-
story.
Like really bad.
No, I genuinely do. I have a phobia of it.
Which is really, it's a weird phobia, isn't it?
I think as a kid, it was just like the worst thing that could ever happen.
Because as men, we often drink too much alcohol and spew. Good on you guys.
You
No.
guys are so fucking cool.
And so I'm fine with spewing. Like-
Some women are too.
Sometimes I'll get home if I had like I haven't done this in a long time, but when I was a younger man, get home and the room would be spinning, so I'd make myself spew and then I'd feel better.
That's fucked.
Yeah, attack spew.
That's so off. What?
Yeah,
Attack spew.
I do it now.
Tactical spew, so you're getting it all up. And
What do you?
you finger your throat.
Who the fuck does that?
You've
That's
done that,
a thing.
Oz, actually.
Of course, sometimes
Yeah.
I got a sore throat after. You stick your fingers down your throat, and it's like bulimic chicks, except I'm still
Drunk
hot.
blokes.
Yeah. So I think this is something maybe we should train you up to do,
No thanks.
just to get you used to
I'm
spewing.
good with diarrhea.
Oh, mate, there's no one out there that deals with
No,
diarrhea
but-
better than you.
No,
What
but
about
I mean,
Rosie the other night? She just did a big diarrhea poo in the middle of the night on the carpet.
She didn't mean to.
Well, I took her out for a wee, and then I fell asleep, and then like 4 hours later, her tummy must have been rumbling. I fell asleep on the lounge, and she came out, couldn't find me, so she just went, fuck it.
She's old. Her bowel isn't what it used to be.
Yes. Thank God, though, we have the Blissel. This isn't a brand deal, but I tell you
should
this,
be.
it should be. Buy yourself a Blissel. It's a wet vac.
Oh.
And
If you got dogs or kids or you're just gross, get one.
Yeah, Gabe. It's crazy how many times we've used the Blissel. We just for wheeze, for poos.
I
for
thought it was too
spews.
dear. We got it, and you were like, nah, vibe.
Yep.
This is the go.
This was the go by.
And it was.
And it
is.
was.
It
It's
always
great.
will be.
Get one.
Always was.
Always will be. The Blissel.
Blissel.
Imagine if Blissel stole
Blissel
that.
reach out.
Blissel, hook us up.
Did you see this carry on about Australia Day? It started up already.
Yeah, I do see that every year, and it's just a media cycle.
Oh,
It's
and
just
then
a
all
media
those little
cycle.
fucking people on Instagram, all these little white girls who don't know anything they're talking
don't
about
care.
go, oh my God, it's a day of reflection and horror.
They just jump on whatever's trending. Like, here's my thought with Australia Day. And I said this last year, and I used to be just like, fuck it, no, that's the day. Honestly, if you're an Indigenous person and your grandmother was severely affected by the stolen generation, maybe she was a part
100%.
of it, or her sisters were, or what,
And it makes her fucking cry.
Makes her cry. Change the day.
Yes, 100%.
But don't make it this big white versus black thing.
No,
that's
don't-
not what
yeah.
it should be about.
We didn't fucking do it.
No,
I know it's an unpopular thing to say,
but we didn't.
We
you can't
didn't.
you can't be guilty by
No.
association with this type
No.
of shit. It's ridiculous. And the only thing that I have in common with the people who did these horrible things is white skin.
Yes.
And that is completely unfair. And you wouldn't make that generalization.
Most
or-
white people have no issue with people of colour at all and don't see any
you-
fucking difference.
And you wouldn't want to be around people that do.
No.
Like, who wants to be around someone? I always say this. I don't think people are genuinely racist.
I know you're, yes.
I think people are
It's a good
just
bit.
shit people.
Yes.
Like the same person who hates black people probably
Hates women too.
Hates women, probably kicks
Hates
his
dogs,
dogs,
yes.
will treat his kids like shit. They're just shit people.
100%.
I'm all for changing the date if it makes everyone happy, but it won't.
Yeah, I just don't like that people pretend to be offended by something that's had nothing.
don't
It doesn't
care.
affect them in the slightest.
And they think by
They're
putting
just
it up on
virtue
Instagram,
signaling on Instagram.
my word.
I
And they
hate
think
that shit.
And they think by virtue signaling that they will.
Because brands love
Because
it.
brands will love it.
So
They're
all these-
more brand
yes.
friendly. They're not doing it because they give a shit about
They don't.
Indigenous
That's the
people.
thing.
And
They
it doesn't
would
help.
not give a shit.
It doesn't help Indigenous people.
Fuck.
There's also this conversation around the Indigenous voice, which is going to a referendum. I don't know enough about it.
What do you mean about the voice? Their
In
accent.
Parliament.
No. It's
Oh.
it's nicknamed.
Do your best accent, Claire. That'll go.
No,
well.
No.
do not do your best accent.
No one's ready for that. I think they sound beautiful.
It's a fun accent to put on, and so.
Ours is disgusting.
I have a whole bit in my act about how bad Australian, white Australian, and Aboriginal accents are. They're both
Both
the
are
worst
equally
in the worst.
fucked
They are.
sounding. Sorry.
And I think with this thing called The Voice, which now
they want an Aboriginal person in Parliament.
no, there's heaps of Aboriginal people in Parliament, but it's to
Fucking
do,
where?
There is.
Okay.
There's quite a few. But the whole thing with it is to have a voice that. So if the government makes a decision, they basically go to these people and back and forth. And I don't know the details of it.
If it affects
obviously.
Aboriginal people, and then an Aboriginal spokesperson speaks on their behalf.
I guess there's a committee involved. But
okay.
this is the thing. People have just been saying, no, we're going to vote on this, but no one's talked about the specifics of it. And a lot of like the Liberal government, the opposition and here in Australia have been saying, oh, well, no, we don't know the specifics of it. And people go, well, you just don't like Aboriginal people. It's like, no, well, we just don't know the specifics of it. I think it's a nice idea if it makes sense.
Everything's a nice theory.
In theory.
Yes.
But
You know what I'm saying.
I'd like to hear more about it. Like a lot of people will just agree with it because it's the right thing to do. People like Bluey. Bluey will go, left-wing Bluey will come out. Left-wing Bluey. Can you get a clip of left-wing Bluey?
Right. Oh,
For the Cancer Me Now
just
podcast?
you saying it?
Left-wing Bluey, yeah. And
we
just
go.
play
That
it
was
whenever.
Do you want me to do a countdown or you did it?
No, he won't do it now. He'll do it.
Okay.
It'll take 3 weeks.
That's-
Right.
Do you just want to hear a bit more on this Aboriginal voice?
Yeah, tell us about The Voice.
Well, this is the short thing. It is proposed that the voice would have the responsibility and right to advise the Australian Parliament and government on national matters of significance to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people.
Fair. And I think they probably should have a voice. But who
Stuff regarding that for
who
sure.
votes in The Voice? So
Kevin Rudd.
Ruddy is the man.
Ruddy is the man.
I guess that's the thing. Like that makes complete sense that Aboriginal people should have a say in Aboriginal
Yes,
issues.
100%.
Particularly when you're talking about sensitive things like culture.
You know what they should do as well? They should get an Aboriginal person doing that. Absolutely. They should get a pensioner.
Absolutely. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, fuck. Anyway, they should get a pensioner.
Involved in.
Not in the Aboriginal matters, but in all the old people
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
Because they're getting fucked around so much. And then, no, do it for everybody. That's it. So we get an Aboriginal, we get a brickie, we get a pensioner, you get a stay-at-home Centrelink mum.
What issues are going around with brickies at the moment?
Busted backs.
Busted backs.
The busted back law.
I think they're all exhausted.
I
Give
mean,
them free.
Shit pay.
I mean, like law-wise, like what laws are being
No, I think
made?
we should all just have a whinge. Everyone else fucking is.
Welcome to
agree.
the internet.
I
Not
agree.
the Aboriginals. That's
No,
not
that's
what
not what
I'm
she's saying.
saying. No.
But
But everyone
got clip.
whinges about everything.
So you think that Aboriginal
one of
people
each
having a
people.
spokesperson or a committee that speaks for them is a good thing?
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense, right?
100%.
So, but I think our issue is who votes for it.
The Aboriginal people should vote for it.
like all Aboriginal people should
Yeah.
vote for it. Well, we
I don't
could,
think we should have anything to do with it.
we could do that.
Fair.
I think the Aboriginal
thing-
people should do it and say, this is what we want, shut
This
the
is
fuck
our
up.
representative.
Yeah, and
And I-
choose it.
I think that's where the idea of a treaty comes in, where
Yeah.
they have,
Because they know about it more than us, but like we're not, you know.
particularly when you're talking about culture.
Yes, what the fuck do we know?
And I think,
I
it's-
just say get a pensioner in.
yeah,
Let the Aboriginal people do what the Aboriginal people want to do, and if it helps them heal and it makes them feel better, fucking do it.
yeah, exactly.
But don't blame white people for it, particularly now.
Yeah, and
We
you know-
all feel bad.
And you know what? I don't think most Aboriginal people do
I don't
blame
think they do either.
people who are alive today for that shit.
No.
I don't think they do.
They don't. It's the white girls on Instagram that blame everyone else for it.
Yeah. And I think what you're saying with having people represent their problems who actually it affects. Who it
Yes,
actually
have like a
affects.
domestic violence person, have it like...
Well,
you know
you
what I
could
mean?
you could have these votes go out and they could be voted upon on the internet. Like Elon Musk is
That
doing
would
that.
get
He's
hacked
doing
so
it with
quick.
Twitter. Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
But at least get the public's
You should be
Input.
Prime Minister. The people are right.
Buttsmarn for PM, ladies and gentlemen.
I
We're
think
gonna-
you'd be a
we're gonna-
really
We're
good
going to
one.
run it back. Oh, Jesus.
I really do. I'd be a good First Lady.
The first thing I'd do is put Coke in the bubblers. Ooh. What would you do as First Lady? What's your first move?
I would want to take over all of the pounds and run them correctly.
You would do that. We watched an interesting program the other night.
My big cock.
My Huge Cock.
My huge cock.
My huge cock.
What was it on? Stan on
Stan.
Netflix. Stan.
Give it a watch. It's hilarious. Gabe, did you notice I sent you some thumbnail
Yeah,
things the
yeah.
other day and I included a photo of my huge cock?
I was actually going to watch it. I'm
It's
happy
worth-
to hear
So funny.
the review.
It's worth it. Is fucking. But
I didn't know it existed.
we
No
felt
offense.
sorry for some of the guys. And this is going to turn into
It's
a
like
big.
a sad story, right? Isn't it kind of
Yes.
like, yeah.
There was a few
Yes.
dudes on there. One of the dudes had a dick as thick as this protein shaker.
No.
Yes.
He couldn't get his.
No shit?
He couldn't
No
get his
shit.
hands around it. He's like he couldn't get his hand
It was
around
thicker
it.
than this, not as thick as that.
It was pretty thick.
still.
He could not get his fingers around it. He could get his fingers around his
And he was
forearm,
real petite.
and he was like 5'6".
He was a
He's
sweetie.
like Gabe's height.
He was my favourite actually on there because he was really cute.
He was a
about it.
sweetie. One of the guys was
Are you seeing bear cock?
yeah.
Yes.
Lots. I've never seen that many cocks, and I've spent a lot of time in showers.
It was weird.
One guy had a huge dick, and his mates kept filming him in the change room showers, and he
Men
got
are so
really upset
weird.
about it because they started sending it to everyone.
Well, imagine if girls started filming each other's beef curtains.
Imagine. That's on Patreon.
That would suck.
Yeah, I know. That'd be the best. Anyway, yeah,
You're all fucking weird.
it's a good show, but then halfway through, and not to get racial again,
oh no.
but there was a black man.
Welcome to our racial broadcast.
There was a black man who is an English dude, and he was like an activist when it came to white women fetishizing black men because of their big dicks, and he was really mad about it. And I was just like, what?
He looked like Juice WRLD.
He was like, could you imagine, but not dead. Could you imagine your life? Like, well, this is your activism you've chosen. This is how you're going to change the world. You're going to stop black dudes feeding it to like fat white women.
Does he have a big cock himself?
He never got it out.
He didn't say, did he?
So I'm going to go with
He's
a
just
no.
mad.
Maybe that's
He's just
why
dirty. That
he's
adds up.
angry about this. His little 6-incher from Subway wasn't competing with the big 9. The biggest
Wow.
one they had on there was like 11
10?
inches.
10 and a half,
10 and a
11?
half, 11.
That's
and he
big.
wanted
How
to
big, do the.
that.
Wow.
And he wanted to get
I've seen dogs with dicks like that.
I bet you have, you dirty bastard. He wanted to get half of his 2 or
that's
3
wrong.
inches
It was quite
amputated.
sad.
And he
Off,
wanted to get amputated. So they have to, and he wanted to get
If he's donating.
2 inches. 2 inches. And he wanted to get 2 inches off the girth.
Don't we all?
2 inches off. Imagine getting 2 inches off your girth.
Then you're nothing left.
Christ, I'd be
Wow.
visible.
Oh, you're both beautiful. Fellas,
So-
if you're watching,
So why were they upset?
Love yourself.
Was it like hurt? I read something about like hurting their partners and stuff.
Yeah,
they looked fucking gross.
and they rip him out, and the chicks just, or even some of the guys
right.
couldn't walk down the street because their dicks were that big that you could see them in all the clothes that they wore. They had to wear special underpants.
the
It
special
probably
undies.
would get uncomfortable.
It would.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd stink too.
Claire, imagine if your dick was that big.
Mate.
I'm glad the size yours is.
What about we thought we saw a chick at the gym with a dick the other day?
Yeah, not like a transgender
No,
lady.
no.
But there's
a
this
big
girl,
clitty from
a
steroids.
big clitty, because she's got a
Yeah.
really deep voice, and she hasn't always had a deep voice.
Hey, mate. Yeah, g'day, boys. How you doing?
Yeah.
And she seems to have a big clitty.
100%. And we did some lurking. We did do some research.
Mm.
And we had a look. And it seems that the clitty goes in and out in photos. So one day she'll have a small vag.
How'd you
and
have a
then
stiffy?
a week back she'll have like a little dick again.
Yeah.
And it's like she's going through the cycle of her whatever she's doing.
Mm.
And her clit will just go.
That is terrifying.
That's right.
So what do you do if your girlfriend's got a big clitty? Do you suck on it?
Punch it. Put some chicken salt on it.
Put some chicken salt on it, put it in the air fryer for 45 minutes.
I don't know. I don't
You're
think-
going to get in trouble from this podcast. What about you've had enough hate this week? Remember that dude who had a crack
I
at you?
get hate all the fucking
Or was it a
time.
woman that got the crack
It's
at you?
always women.
Have you got that
Women
message
are the
still in there?
fucking problem.
I agree. Where have you got that message from that lady?
I'm joking, by the
Have
way.
you got that message from that should be the title of this
Women
podcast.
are the
Women are the
problem.
problem. Episode
Just some
34.
of them, not all of them.
You put up this photo of you trying to get these pants on that you bought for pregnancy.
Woke cunts.
Whoa.
Sorry. Excuse me, French.
And
Who
they didn't fit because you've got a belly now
I'm a big bitch.
and a big
If
clitty.
anything, I should be trending on something for being so big.
I know.
Fuck.
So
Did
what
I
did she?
screenshot it? Yes.
I think so. But
So this was the photo.
well, Gabe will be able to show the photo. It's you trying to get pants on.
Oh, man, show. There we go. Yeah,
There's
that's good.
Dickie trying
That's
to get her
clear.
pants on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank me later. You can beat off to that.
Yeah, Gabe.
So someone not
The fuck part is I do have it screenshotted for the last video you sent me.
no.
Jesus.
So
You told me to.
I put it up to have a bit of a laugh because I think you should laugh at yourself, particularly on the internet, because
Agreed.
everyone's trying to look so perfect on it.
Agreed.
And I was like, oh fuck it, I'll put it up. I was like, this is pretty funny. I'll put it up. And my caption was, "How's your pregnancy body image going?" And it was just me laughing. I said, "Keeping it real, bloody hell."
And then somehow
This bitch.
someone was offended.
I knew someone would be. She
Yeah.
said, I don't find this funny.
Oh.
Some people out there are having trouble getting pregnant. You were lucky enough to have quickly, and it's disheartening to those struggling. First off, how does she know it happened quickly? We've been together 8 years. We could have been trying for the last
It
5.
Because I'm involved.
No, but
That's
we
how
could have
they-
been.
that's how
I'm
she
not
knows.
saying if it was quick or not. It's no one's business. But I think that.
It was quick.
Shut up, Isaac. My point is,
I just poured a
That
bit of
she
chicken
said
salt
that.
out and
Oh.
Dixon was pregnant.
poor Dickie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Old Love got offended and she was like, oh my God, going on about all this shit. But then I did have 3 messages after that from guys, funnily enough, going, Jesus Christ. And
Yeah.
then one lady as well, she was really nice and she was like, God, you literally can't say anything. Thank you for making pregnancy actually real.
You could say anything and someone would be upset. Oh. And that's why I always say, just don't read the comments because there's absolute twats everywhere. They will be upset about something. It's like the people who get upset about this podcast not being loud enough. We trial this before we do it, right? We
We're
put a
the
test out
loudest
there.
people too.
Just turn your phone up.
get some decent fucking
Just
headphones.
turn it up. You fucking fucks.
We've
In saying
tried. These boys are up day and night.
Day and night. We don't sleep.
And they're testing the microphone.
And on that note, goodbye. Ladies
Hope
and
you all have a
gentlemen,
good day.
make sure you leave us a review on Spotify.
Yes,
it makes
please.
more people see
If you want us in
this.
Parliament, let us know.
Yeah, leave a review, leave a 5-star review, and check out the merch as well if you want to support the channel. Thank you very much for joining us. Claire Dixon, ladies and gentlemen. Or Claire Butterfield. I always say that.
That's all right.
Little Dixon Claire on Instagram. Go and follow her for all her shenanigans during the week. My name's Isaac Butterfield. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.